Good morning, everyone. Dr. Victoria Scarbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is, excuse me, today is Thursday, December 8th, and the moon is in Gemini still. Yes. We just had a Gemini full moon last night, and that full moon occulted Mars retrograde in Gemini. And so it was conjunct the moon and opposite the sun in the full moon chart. Full moons bring awareness. The awareness would be around information and what we believe, right? So the Sag Gemini axis. So shortly thereafter, and for some people it happened yesterday, but here on the East Coast, it happened shortly after midnight. The sun made an opposition to Mars, of course, because if the sun and the moon are opposite each other and the moon and Mars are conjunct, eventually Mars opposes the sun, right? So the opposition of Mars and the sun is part of a 2-year synodic cycle, the dance around the 360-degree circle. And oppositions bring awareness. Now, a lot of times it isn't until the opposition that you can see things clearly, until the full moon phase, which is what the opposition is of any two planets, do we really kind of see what's been going on underneath. And of course, Mars has been very active. It's been retrograde, right, in Gemini. Gemini is a dual sign, so everything is twice, and then it's retrograde. And in retrograde, Mars will go over a spot 3 times. So take 2 and multiply it by 3. I know you weren't expecting math this early in the morning, but this is an easy one. That's 6. So that's a lot of tries. That's a lot of stabs. That's a lot of back, forth, right? However, this cycle actually began back in October of 2021. I believe it was October 8th when these two planets, the sun and Mars, came together for their biennial, every 2 years, conjunction, planting a seed. Well, the seed was planted in the sign of Libra, the sign of justice, guys, the sign of justice. And this is the Sabian symbol for that. I'll read it to you. After a storm, a boat landing stands in need of reconstruction. The storm is coming, the storm is here, the storm. Well, perhaps the storm is over, and now we have to see how we have to put that boat ramp back together. The boat ramp symbolizes our connect our ego consciousness, our waking state consciousness, to the cosmic consciousness, right? To that which we access in altered states, whether it be meditation or sleep or ayahuasca or mushrooms, wherever you get your altered states. You don't have to take any chemical to get into an altered state. You can just be happy and get in an altered state. I do it every day. I get in an altered state without the help of any kind of drug. But I've been practicing a long time. So I guess the question is now, with this full moon, the awareness that it brings, the opposition of the sun, which is who are we, and Mars, what actions are we going to take? Now it's time to take the actions. And I was coming out of the house this morning, just pondering about what I was going to say. It struck me that Donald Trump, who happens to have Uranus at 17 degrees of Gemini, yes, that is the degree of the full moon and the degree of Mars opposing the sun. He really has been a stress test for our democracy, a stress test for how we relate to one another, a stress test that shows us where we are separate. And now it's up to us to find where we are together. And that's what we have to work on. It's very interesting because this year of the 6th year, right, is a Gemini vibration. It is the Lover's card in the deck. And it means, and it's all about choice. It's all about choice. What are you choosing? And then what are the consequences of those choices, right? So we all have a choice on how to react and respond to any situation we're in. We don't always have a choice about the situation we're in because we find ourselves where we find ourselves, right? It's interesting. Last night I could not see the moon or the occultation of Mars because it was raining. And it wasn't one of those downpoury rains. It was kind of at times, just as kind of, it was a couple of downpours, but at times just like a soft rain. And I woke up this morning and everything does feel different. It does feel different. It feels clean. It feels, I don't know, like there's been a cleansing. There is an opportunity for amazing and profound healing at this time. And it's up to us to grab hold of that healing and take it into our hearts. One quick note, my mother Angie is still with us. I went to see her yesterday again. She was sitting up. She was kind of sleepy. She looked good. It is really only a matter of time. But thank you for all your prayers. It's helped a lot. I can't tell you how much. All right, guys, I got to go. I'm running out of space on my phone. Take care, everyone. I'll see you again tomorrow. Much love, everyone. From me and Charlie and Charlotte and Michael and Angelina. Take care, everyone. Namaste.